Low kicked 6, Allen kicked 3, to finishing 14th last year. And Collingwood have had 2 great wins in the last 2 weeks in Adelaide, and last week they bowled over the all-conquering Cats, so they were starting to look like the premiership side of 1990 all over again. Well, what a game it was. Let's take you through to three-quarter time, and up to three-quarter time the Lions were doing it impressively. They led by 20 points at half-time and stretched the lead to 27 points at the last change, but it certainly wasn't all over. Both sides missing star goal kickers, Peter Dacos out from the Magpies lineup, and of course Richard Osborne missing for Fitzroy, but it didn't detract from the spectacle at Princes Park. Let's go to the last quarter, and the commentators Bruce McAvaney, Dennis Cometti and Don Scott.
Fitzroy leads by 72 to 45 at three-quarter time. It's been a rugged and entertaining encounter here. Paxman wins the tap. He's been brave all day. Now right from the centre with a long one to fall forward. Collingwood need a couple of early goals in this final turn. They might get one through. Starcevic runs in and goes. It's what the doctor ordered. 7, 9, 10, 12. Starcevic scoring his first.
Well, they've pulled a few changes, Collingwood. They got Pert now at full forward. He was moved away from Lynch in the third quarter. Starcevic was on the ball to start the second half. Now he's on the half-forward line. MONKHORST is on the ball. Manson at centre-half forward. So they're doing everything to try and get themselves back into the game.
So the margin back to 21 points very quickly. Every time they've led at three-quarter time this season, 5 times in fact, they've won. Fitzroy, McGuane, long kick down towards full forward. Seacamp from behind finds the ball first and slaps it towards the boundary line. Goes across and we'll have a boundary throw in.
How important it is to get the centre break. Collingwood have got it on the last couple of occasions, and when they do, they look dangerous.
The breeze has backed around a little bit. It is favouring the end of which Collingwood are finishing. Manson gets it down. Dundas and Wine, 2 very good players, battle hard for the ball once more. Roderick held in the tackle long enough and the ball held to him, but the umpire decides to ball it up. So bounce inside the attacking 50 for the Magpies, who virtually have trailed all day. MONKHORST up, wins it down, intended for McGuane. Morrish, Dundas, Wine. Tried to keep it in front, couldn't. Saunders stood his ground. This is Lehman across his body, but only as far as Paxman. Was rucked pretty well considering the advantage he's given away today in height. This is McCormack. It fell to him. He plays on immediately and boots towards half forward. GAYFER, was he held? Yes, says the umpire. GAYFER at centre-half back to take it for the Magpies.
Some urgency about Collingwood at the moment. Saunders the target. Around Wilden. To Starcevic. Russell. They didn't do well there, Collingwood. Tackle on Francis, very good. Paxman. Kelly should take it. Lynch from the back. McEwen. Sits up. Now McGuane will provide the run. McEwen kicks it very well. Wright's in the centre square. McGuane charges away. Gale in pursuit. McGuane stretching Gale out and then kicks to half forward. A fingertip at a Fraser. Too far out. Watson in the square with Seacamp. He's going to bang it towards those 2 players. Seacamp in a very good position. Off his chest. MONKHORST roving it. Oh, good one. But Turner was there. And Collingwood starting to charge.
They look at Collingwood when they get it out in the open and are able to move the ball freely. Fitzroy got to go back to what they were doing the first 3 quarters and really bottle this game up.
Turner to put Collingwood a goal closer, and he squeezes it through. His first. Collingwood have come out of the blocks running in the final term. 10, 12, 8, 9.
Collingwood couldn't play as badly as what they have done all day. They've had very few good players, and they've got a quality in this side, and those players just can't be denied in a whole game. They're lifting now. Fitzroy, as I just said earlier, have really got to slow this game down, bottle it up, and hunt in packs the way they were doing earlier.
So Collingwood putting it to Fitzroy to start this final term. Paxman and MONKHORST, centre square infringement against Collingwood. Paxman will take the free, plays on immediately. ROOS, as he's done so often today, peeling off from half-back. Not a particularly good kick, though. Favoured Collingwood. Two of them had a chance at that ball. Kelly away to Saunders. They're playing with a lot more dash at the present time. Around the outer side, Saunders finds Starcevic. Down towards right half forward. High for Pert. Caven in front. Pert surely interfered with him. Caven will get the free. A developing player. Caven. Out of the back pocket towards the outer side. It hangs in the air a long time. Abbott up in front. Wind with dash. Away to ROOS. If they can get a goal here, it may deflate the Magpies. Probing kick. Lynch on the lead.
You see that in junior football, what ROOS did on that occasion. He had so much time, he signalled to the fellow down the ground to move. He did. He spotted Lynch. And now he's run on. ROOS is down in the forward or right forward pocket.
And that combination of ROOS to Lynch has proven very effective. Lynch bending it back. It's good. Collingwood will have a throw in.
Terrific efforts out there. That of Blakey chasing after the ball, an exceptional effort by White.
And McCormack late also in that exchange. Here's Wright again. Breaks the tackle. Kicks to a vacant centre half forward. Now Stevens, well played. Has Guard. Well, he uses Baldwin. Not a bad kick if Guard can get there in front of Fraser. He does. Guard goes to Lynch in the pocket on a long lead. And McEwen got a good bounce and it kept in play, and Collingwood can rebound. Switches it inside to Richardson. Takes the bounce. Steadies up. Drop punt. Stevens, Manson will go high and take a beauty.
Mark of the day.
Spectacular grab. Well, Turner not really going the right way for that, but finally gets around and then goes to the pocket. Watson, Caven in late. Watson unable to hold the mark, then caught. Collingwood.
Throwing it.
Yes, good call, Don. Well umpired from the grandstand, Don.
Do you think he heard me?
Well, he may well have, but I think he was thinking just as you were. You were in unison with the umpire.
We often look up here, Don, for your thumbs up. This is Seacamp in the back pocket. 11-14, 8-9. Paxman. Across half-back. Goes towards the outer side wing. Collingwood have got the numbers. Kelly with dash. Fine mark, plays on immediately. Back towards half-forward. Manson. Great grab just moments ago. Goes in short, intended for Starcevic. Over his head. Guard will get back first to tidy up. He's in trouble. Did well. Caven goes over the top. Stevens, the defensive side of half-back. Swings it out wide. Gale is at right half-back. Right on the boundary line. Down towards half-forward. Lyons in front. GAYFER from behind. Monkhorst couldn't control it. Now he'll have to go the big man. Paddles it towards the boundary line. Brown pushed across. The ball goes across too, and it will be thrown in. Well, Collingwood getting the first two goals of the term, and then Lynch getting a vital one, and maybe that's the one that will get the Lions home, although Collingwood still in it. McCormack towards half-forward. Ball Collingwood. Kelly to Richardson. Fraser. Russell. Forward of the centre. Has a bounce. He's about 55 metres out. He settles. He goes long. It's close. Going back, the mark is held by Watson at full stretch. He was going to let it go, I think, initially, and realised it was off target and made a late decision. And has marked this one on a very awkward angle. He's got two so far. Bends it back. The banana kick is good.
Well, his third goal, Shane Watson. A great goal, check side, but Fitzroy really did let themselves down on that occasion, because you could see what he's doing, a very acute angle. He was going to open up the goal face, but Fitzroy should have got guys across there. As soon as he deviated off the straight line to play on, they should have rushed him and really put the pressure on. He had plenty of time to do what he wanted to do on that occasion. Watson was bad play by Fitzroy.
Well, in the last 2 weeks, Collingwood have won 2 low-scoring encounters against Adelaide and Geelong. We've got another one here, and they're coming home. Lyon, left foot, squeezed it, didn't go very far. Oh, well played, Fitzroy again. Broderick. They've been so brave today, the Lions. Again, Broderick off the ground by Abbott. GAYFER caught by Abbott, swings a handball. MONKHORST, well played Collingwood to MCGUANE. That was Fraser. MCGUANE to Pert. Should have got a free kick. Didn't hold the mark. The umpire says Manson. He was being held, Pert there. Caven rolls it over the line.
Umpire a bit far behind play on that occasion.
Well, what a critical 2 or 3 minutes here. If Collingwood can get one more and bring them within 2 kicks, it'll make a tremendous difference. There's a boot lost out there at the moment.
It's Gary Pertz.
His left boot, so Caven over the top. Guard versus Fraser. And Guard runs it out of play, and Fitzroy will be reasonably happy with that exchange. Plenty of time for Collingwood. Still over 15 minutes remaining in this final term.
Jeremy Guard, the 7th man taken in last November's draft. He's been a handy player this afternoon. Gale couldn't control the ball. And now we've got a whistle. 11-14 to 9-9. Plenty of time, as you can see. But getting goals hasn't been easy for the Magpies this afternoon. They've been well spaced. McGuan stood in the tackle. Down he went eventually. And another whistle. It's been that sort of game. A very tough, furious opening. The players have tired a bit, but my word, there's no questioning their application and endeavour. MONKHORST gets it down this time.
MONKHORST.
He's going to get it too. Turner had the ball and was tackled, but MONKHORST to get the free. At right half forward, plays on immediately to Francis, who wants to go and does. Down towards the kick-off line with the kick. Seacamp read it best off the boot. Plays on immediately. A hand pass comes across to Stevens from Baldwin. Stevens at right half back goes towards the wing. It pitches in no man's land, runs on and goes out of bounds right on the wing. So a throw in.
Lucky bounce for Fitzroy because it's a 1-on-3. Wheeled and outnumbered by 3 Collingwood players as they've made a change. Fitzroy. Armstrong coming back on. It's amazing.
17 points the difference. Wind and Francis tangle. And a bounce.
McCormack has gone off for Armstrong.
Wind has been terrific this afternoon. 26 possessions. Not a particularly high bounce. Paxman straight down to Brown though, pushed off it. McGuan was held. No free kick, trying to crash his way through Saunders, and another whistle.
This is the way Fitzroy won it. They've done well when it's been like this the first 3 quarters. Collingwood look really dangerous in the last quarter when they've got the ball out in the open and have made it run.
Still trailed by 17 points. MONKHORST, well done. Francis should have done the reflex handball. Instead goes to Manson. Manson draws ROOS to him. Starcevic should go inside. McGuan runs in to kick a goal. McGuan has kicked his second, and this is the closest Collingwood has been in the final term.
As I said, they look dangerous when they get it out and going. That was a great hit out by MONKHORST on centre wing here, over his head to Francis. Francis in turn across to Manson, who drew an opponent, and then they set McGuan on his way.
Well, the Lions are starting to falter now. The Magpies, with every step, are getting closer, and still ample time. Brown dragged down in the process of kicking. It goes about 15 metres to the side, picked up by Fraser though. Kicks inside the attacking 50. Off the ground there by Turner. Going in solidly Morrish, and we've got a whistle. And the umpires have knocked up bouncing the ball this afternoon. There's been a lot of that as a result of these uncompromising packs. So a bounce about 40 metres out from Collingwood's attacking goal. Manson. And Wine will get a free kick. He's had a lot of the ball this afternoon, Jim Wine.
Done well too.
They need to steady the Lions. Wine told to play on. Goes straight across the ground. Stevens. He goes short in turn. Baldwin just forward of half back.
Oh.
Brown did brilliantly. He worked that out very well. And now MCGUANE an opportunity for Collingwood. Props and kicks it high down towards the 50. Morris goes back with courage. Manson was up. Pert, quick hands away to Lehman. 40 metres out. Lehman kicks. It's a goal. Prince's Park erupts. 5 points the difference. Collingwood is storming home. Brief lull. MONKHORST falls at his feet. GALE. Well, he took on the tackler. GAYFER got him. And the umpire says held to him. Bit lucky there, GALE. He's had a penchant for doing that this afternoon. Trying to beat a man, and that time put the arm up. Certainly the ball wedged between he and Mick GAYFER. MONKHORST decisively. Saunders, was he tripped? No free kick. He backhands it on. Collingwood move it Goldwood. Standing his ground was Armstrong initially. MCGUANE out of the congestion. Boots it inside the 50. Well, almost. Brown goes over the top. Manson knocks on to Turner, who snaps. It comes back towards the goal square. Goes across the face and runs out of bounds in the pocket.
Desperate efforts out there, Bruce. Some terrific efforts from players on both sides.
Manson with a deft touch a moment ago. Still with Manson. Wine's little kick doesn't go very far. Armstrong pushed off at MCGUANE's played a wonderful final term. In many ways, he's been the catalyst, the inspiration that Collingwood was looking for.
Hurt himself too, Bruce, the right arm.
We're down to 7.5 minutes. MONKHORST goes against PAXMAN. Brown trying to lift. Now Broderick. And I think Dennis is right. Collingwood more desperate in this final term. Their attack has been stronger. Abbott's free kick, the mark paid. And whereas Fitzroy were charging into Pax earlier and taking chances, it's Collingwood that has taken the initiative from them in this final term. They've won the hard balls. Abbott's kicked the centre wing. Wilden goes very early. Stevens at the back. He'll be outpaced by Saunders, who rips it off him and whips it away to Russell, who can run. Wright's in tandem with him. Russell doesn't use him. He kicks it to Fraser. It was a big free kick, surely. An important ball, that one. It was significant because Collingwood was going to be away. And Baldwin goes wide to GALE. It sits. Gale's got guard short. Goes to Lynch, should get him. Great mark. Oh, not paid.
No, not paid.
Gee, I thought he held it. Lynch again. Against the flow. Fitzroy out of scoring range suddenly. An important ball here. Lehman runs on to Lynch. Lynch back turns round the bodyguard. Gets it, takes it.
I think I'd be moving Lynch further up the ground. Get Stevens into the full forward position. He's not over endowed with speed, Stevens. This is late in the game. You need a fresh man up the ground. A great mark there by guard. A desperate mark. I think it was Fraser, the Collingwood player, who had the set.
Well, this is the most important kick so far today. Drop punt, high one. Good kick. Goal. 3 to guard. And is that the one that Fitzroy's been looking for? 12, 14, 11, 10.
Well, that young fellow there really has stood the pressure. That goal in the third quarter was an important one that he kicked. And that one there was even more important. He did not wilt, or wilt, I should say. His goal in the second quarter, a snap over his shoulder, was also a classic. He's kicked 3 good goals today, Jeremy Gard.
So the Lions back in front by 10 points. The margin at three-quarter time, it seemed a good cushion, 27. Wind towards half forward. Collingwood needing the next goal now to stay in this contest. Worked forward by Broderick, on his knees GAYFER. Opportunity for Brown on the outer side now. Brown down towards half forward from behind ROOS. Total commitment there. Got it forward. Manson seems to be hurt. Meantime, Baldwin comes away. Or is it Pert who was hurt? Pert, I think, is slow to get up. It comes to GAYFER meantime. GAYFER goes to Kelly. Short to Francis. Francis decides to take a run. He's at left centre wing. He boots it down towards half forward. Up comes Seacamp. Dropped it. They wrestle to Blakey and Wright. And a whistle.
Oh, what a terrific game. This last quarter, fantastic.
5 minutes remaining. A bounce on the 50. The Magpies end. Morrish. Blakey left it behind. Lehman pulls it back. It's bending back. That's a magnificent goal. His second. And Collingwood are back in the hunt. 4 points the difference.
Princes Park. Collingwood have kicked 6 goals in the final term. Paxman, Saunders missed it. GAYFER, Kelly. They won't stop coming, Collingwood. Manson the target. Watson with a fly. Seacamp at the back. Now Watson. Well, he can kick a goal. Goes for it. ROOS should take it. Does. And the champion, the captain, has won the best and fairest 3 times and led Victoria on Tuesday night. Goes to half-back. He likes Abbott. Abbott takes the mark. Well, not paid.
Come on.
That was a terrible decision. It should have been paid. Watson over the top. And a ball up. So Shane Harris there in a good position, deciding that right coming over the top of Abbott. Collingwood within 4 points. 3 3/4 minutes remaining. A quick kick away from Armstrong. Lyon has been a little quiet in the final term. Dundas looks for a free kick and gets it.
What?
Handballed away quickly and then threw his arms out and was impeded. 17 3 for Dundas, and Wind has had 12 16, so the little men have been very productive for Fitzroy.
3 minutes 20 seconds to go. Ball on the wing. Monkhorst gets it away. It's out of bounds from his fist and will be thrown in. The clock continues to run.
Paxman should hit it towards the boundary, a little over his left shoulder. Monkhorst should get it out in the open, so it'll run.
Monkhorst behind, right out of mid-air. And again, it crosses the boundary line. Valuable time being consumed now. We're under 3 minutes. And Fitzroy lead by 4 points. They've led virtually all day, but a barnstorming finish from the Magpies. Broderick ran into a teammate. Down went Paxman. They've got every Fitzroy player in sight. Somebody had to be holding the ball. About 3 Collingwood players had tackles or arms up and hold of the jumper on 3 opponents as the ball comes in short from Brown to Manson. And Manson now will kick from right on the 50. I doubt he can get a goal from here. He got 2 valuable goals in that 3rd term. He goes for distance. That's a very good kick. They can test about 2 metres out off hands minor score. So the margin is 3 points.
Just over 2 minutes left.
Caven has got Dundas if he can find him. Manson with the fly. Well played, Stevens. Left foot though by Collingwood by Fraser. Seacamp, oh, here's the goal. Pert goals, Collingwood in front.
What about the irony of that? Gary Pert.
Well, Pert's had a dirty afternoon. Started at full back. He's moved up onto the half-back line, now at the full forward line, and he's covered himself, or has he covered himself in glory? That's the goal that's put them in front, Collingwood. A series of mistakes. The ball, fortunately, falling into Pert's hands.
Well, it's a game of centimetres so often. An unlucky touch by a Fitzroy defender deflected it from a teammate. And the Collingwood man waiting behind an ex-teammate. Fitzroy now, desperately, with 1:40 remaining, must get the next goal. They trail by 3 points. Collingwood 13-11. Fitzroy 12-14. A magnificent come-from-behind situation here for Collingwood. And it will be a victory if they can last this next 1:25 now. Down goes Lyon. Was he pushed in the back? Not according to the umpire. Monkhorst suggesting he was holding the ball. And we'll have a bounce.
Done a terrific job in the last quarter, Monkhorst.
Marvellous game of football, this one. Here's the bounce then. Paxman with the run, gets it down. Taken by Francis. High kick towards the outer side wing. And from there, it will run out with the assistance of McEwen. So a throw in on the wing inside the last minute of the game. Paxman and Monkhorst will ruck. And we're down to 40 seconds now. Monkhorst back
Good
towards
play.
the boundary intelligently, but Broderick in the road.
Left foot, guard with a chance. Pave. Too far out to score, you'd think. He's kicked 3. There's 30 seconds remaining. Must go quickly now. Last chance for Fitzroy. What a fitting finish this is. Roos! No, unable. Still an opportunity. Abbott can't crash his way through. Roos' left foot kick is a goal! Unbelievable finish. Well, you talk about irony. Roos to match Pert. What a contest. 13, 14, 13, 11. And Don, if ever a captain has kicked a goal, it was then.
Well, he really did lift himself. He's come down from centre-half back. He's flown over the top of the pack. He just couldn't control it. Abbott tried to take them on, bust the pack, but he couldn't do it. But then Roos in the fortunate position of kicking that left foot snap. It's put Fitzroy back in front. Can they hang on? There's 11 seconds.
It's been one of the great games. No question about that. 10 seconds remaining. Can Collingwood pull something out here? Gale misses. It's ticking. It's ticking. Fitzroy have won it. The Lions will win it. Here we go. Well, if ever the character of a club could be questioned and answered, it was today. Because Collingwood gave it to Fitzroy in the last quarter. And if Paul Roos remembers one game from this season, I'm sure it's going to be this one. What a week he's had. Captain of Victoria, and to do that in the dying seconds.
What a terrific game of football. Marvellous game. Played so hard. It deserved a big finish. It got it. And of course, Pert and Roos. So much was said about them during the course of the week. Close personal friends. It came down to a virtual shootout this afternoon, and that man, number 1, brandishes his fist to the crowd because he had the last say in this game.
Today's game is part of the Carlton and United Breweries 1992 AFL.